feel like I wish I had a authentic relationship with God, not religion, but a real encounter with God, because a lot of the things that we've been through, it all worked out for our good. Somehow, even in the worst the darkest days, babe, it still worked out for our good.
Okay.
So if I could go back to my
But
17-year-old self, the girl that was married to you, the first year of marriage, I would have told her, Christina.
Every time we have this conversation, hearts are breaking, face to face, but we don't know how to face it. Yeah, we're done, but we're too afraid to say it. Time is racing. Every time we have this conversation, hearts are breaking, face to face, but we don't know how to face it. Almost perfect, but not adjacent. Time is racing, babe, and I don't want you to waste it.
Welcome to the For Real Conversations podcast. I am your host, Christina.
And I'm LaTroy. You already know. This is Married for Real.
Yes, and we believe, family, that marriage is a God thing. We are so excited about this podcast today because we are going to start off with
Wow.
the truth about marriage, fam.
Can we talk about the truth?
Let's talk about the truth, because there are a lot of myths out here about marriage. I feel like in today's culture too, babe, it's like, man, that's outdated. It's just a piece of paper. Like, why are we don't have to get married.
Right.
We already got the kids. We already have the things. So let's talk about what it means. What does marriage mean to you?
And like, it means so much to me right now, because when we first got married, I only thought that it was about success. It was about the house, the cars, family, of course. We always been family people.
Yeah.
But then, we didn't look any deeper than that to think that, marriage is about God's mission. It's about,
That's right. Purpose, assignment.
Yeah, man. Okay. And so I wish I knew what I know now back then, because marriage means so much, right?
Yeah. Do you also feel like at the beginning we thought that marriage, I don't know, I feel like we just had only the positive views of marriage.
Right. Ooh.
We didn't see any of the challenges, because we're just thinking, we're marrying our friend.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
We're marrying this person that I'm vibing with. We liked each other. We hung out.
Yeah.
But we didn't understand that we were entering into a holy institution that was going to also have some obstacles and challenges.
Ooh, I wish that's what you said just now is something that I wish that I knew, because marriage could either bring out the best or the worst in you. And it has really for the both of us.
It has.
Because we didn't have that understanding, For me, can I be real?
Please. This is Married for Real conversations.
We having for real conversations.
What was some of the worst that you feel that marriage brought out of you? What was exposed, I guess?
Anger.
Ooh.
That's only one of them.
Okay. Anger
was exposed in me. Like, I hate the fact that, the family saw that. My kids saw the anger. I remember I had a mental breakdown in this house.
You did, yeah.
And, I made the kids and you afraid of me because, I just mentally broke down and lost it,
Jesus. And I had never seen you angry before we got married.
Not the real anger.
No, I had never seen anger. I had never seen really any of the negative sides of you before we got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then you had never really seen any of the negative sides of me either.
Right.
So the truth about marriage is that it's going to reveal the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And the ugly,
yeah. All sides of each other.
Yeah. And that's only one thing that it exposed, and that's something that I didn't even know. I always knew I had a temper, but that level of anger that I displayed that night, was something that I was just so super embarrassed of, but also it exposed the fact that lust was still in me, and these are some things that we talk about that like before you get married and when you're single, you can go into any sessions, premarital counseling, you can be the best Christian or believer, whomever, but nothing can prepare you for marriage.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes before marriage, we might have knowledge.
Yeah.
We might get some information, but the marriage itself will reveal a lot of what's happening in the soul of the individual. I feel like a lot of our soulish issues started to be exposed during the marriage.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, that childhood issues. And, you know, I hear some people saying, well, that's why therapy is important.
Right.
Because in therapy, you can unpack a lot of the childhood trauma.
Right.
And so, yeah, I agree. You know, maybe that probably did need to be unpacked before we got married.
Yes.
You know, black folk don't get therapy.
We ain't get what help we get? Like, we
didn't have resources and options like that.
We didn't have nothing. You know, our parents were both on both sides. Both of our parents on both sides were married multiple times, at least 4 times each.
Fair.
And so we didn't have the example. We didn't have nobody to talk to. The church that we were going to, the people were acting like they were perfect.
And hardly ever focused on marriage. A lot of churches don't even really teach marriage education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and so who could we go to? Like, we ain't had nobody, babe.
So the truth about marriage that I found out, babe, is that you are going to be exposed. Marriage will expose you. And I'm
Make
grateful.
you butt naked. Strip you down to your drawers. Like,
yes, but I'm grateful for the exposure.
That's true.
You don't think you are, because some of the things that's exposed could be embarrassing. It could expose lust. It could expose anger. It could expose so many things. But thanks be unto God, because it allowed us an opportunity to focus on improving those things.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
It was like a target, and so we had to go to God to get delivered from a lot of the issues that marriage exposed. All right.
Okay, now I shared mine.
Okay.
Like, what did marriage expose to you? You know, what was it in you that was exposed?
Well, I feel okay. So, you know, I need God more than anything. I feel like the truth about marriage is sometimes we feel like, man, this person's going to be my everything. And although I love you, what I also discovered is that I could not allow my marriage to be seated on the throne of my soul, my heart, my mind, and everything. Like, I couldn't have LaTroy seated on the throne of my heart.
Ooh, okay, so you mean
I needed Jesus, baby, to be seated on the throne, because the truth is that marriage is holy and is sacred. And the truth is that marriage will also expose a lot of your immaturities, a lot of the so many things about you.
Right.
And so I feel like marriage exposed to me how much I really need a relationship with my Father. Dealing with you, living with you, growing with you day by day, babe, has really taught me the importance of having a relationship with God for real.
Ooh.
Because marriage requires so much sacrifice. It's going to put a demand on you to change.
Absolutely.
It's going to put a demand on you to mature.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have a connection to the source, you're going to struggle. And I was struggling in the beginning because I didn't know how to be everything that you needed. It was causing anger. Anger was being exposed in me. When I saw your weaknesses, I feel like...
So, no, this is an interesting conversation. So what would you have done different? Because I hear you saying, you know, well, if I had known these challenges would come, then I probably would have reacted to the challenges differently. Yeah. So what do you feel like you would have done different?
I'm thinking back, you know, I was 17 when we got married. I didn't have any models. So I'm trying to figure out in that season of my life, where would I have gone for the guidance?
Right.
And I would just still say I would highly recommend getting a relationship with God. You know, the word says, serve the Lord in your youth. So even in my youth, I feel like I wish I had a authentic relationship with God, not religion, but a real encounter with God, because I think I would have saved myself a lot of anxiety. Okay. Because a lot of the things that we've been through, it all worked out for our good.
Yeah.
Somehow, even in the worst the darkest days, babe, it still worked out for our good.
Okay.
So if I could go back to my
what?
17-year-old self, the girl that was married to you, the first year of marriage, I would have told her, Christina, the truth is that this thing is going to all work out for your good. Everything that you're going to go through being married is going to make you stronger, Christina. It's going to make you wise. It's going to make you better. Because even in the agony, the pain, the heartbreak, you're still becoming, and you need some of this pain to grow and to develop.
Ooh, so the reality of marriage.
What's happening, fam? If you like what you are hearing so far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Go ahead, join the M4R family. Also, if you want some personal help in your marriage, go to our website at marriedforreal.com. We have one-on-one programs as far as mediation and mentorship. We also provide group mentorship programs, all right, to take your marriage to that next dimension. So don't delay. It is marriedforreal.com. Now let's go ahead and get back to the podcast. Let's go.
Marriage, if you go through the trials the right way,
yes,
it can make you into that perfect picture that God has of you, and maybe that you even have of yourself. Because I know that's something that it has done for our relationship.
Yes.
You know, we started off definitely beautiful. We never argued for like the first 10 years of our marriage. And because
we were trying to avoid conflict,
yeah,
we were trying to make sure our friendship wasn't disrupted.
Afraid of what we've seen and what we grew up in,
trauma and toxic conflict. So we thought,
and I want to pull that mic closer to you.
Yeah, we thought that if we had gotten into a conflict, that it was going to cause. The aggressive side of conflict is what we saw growing up.
Right.
So we were both trying our best to avoid.
And that's what it was.
Yeah.
And so when the conflict came, it was almost like a culture shock.
Yeah.
Into our relationship, and we didn't really know how to deal with it.
Oh my God, what's this?
Yeah.
What's about to happen? Are we about to start fighting? Like, oh my
God. You know.
Yeah.
But when we began to start realizing that, okay, we got to handle this thing with the heart of God, with love, with mentorship,
yes,
and with help getting new information, then we realized that as we began to conform to that new information,
yes,
that it actually made us better.
Yeah.
We grew.
Yeah. We grew through the conflict.
Yeah.
So the truth about marriage is that you're going to have conflict.
Yeah.
But the challenge is the model of how we saw conflict handled was wrong.
Oof.
That's the truth. Like the way our parents had dealt with conflict, it wasn't the right way, and so we had anxiety around it. But the truth is that the conflict actually brings us closer.
Yeah.
You know, because now I know how you feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about it.
Yeah, yeah. And this is a good topic on conflict, because when it arises, one of the truth about marriage, it is that you're going to have conflict.
Yes.
But you have to learn how to deal with that conflict
to.
The way that God says deal with the conflict,
Yes.
And there's so many different other truths about, marriage that we realize that truthfully, marriage is a place where you got to be sacrificial.
Oh yeah, it'll rip the selfishness right on up out of you.
Tear it up.
Marriage will pull. Oh, you think this marriage is about you?
Come on, babe. Like, for real. You know, that's what I'm saying. Being single, no matter what kind of, it doesn't prepare you for marriage, because you go from single, where it's all about you.
Yeah.
It's a whole different way of living. And then you get married.
Come on.
And you realize that, hold on, my spouse is demanding me to spend more time with them.
There's a higher level of responsibility.
It is a higher level. And I like the way you said to you, gorgeous girl.
Thank you.
My God.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, oh wow, when I was single, babe, you could get up, grab your keys, go on about your business. You didn't have to tell nobody where you were going. But now that you're married now.
I was married.
I'm looking at you like, hey, babe, where you headed at? Where you going?
It's different,
What time you coming back? Okay.
Oh, you've been out there 9 o'clock. You ain't back home yet?
Yeah.
And it was a shift for me. It was a mentality shift. And, so we thought that we knew coming into the marriage that we thought that we were prepared for the marriage. But boy, getting in there, and there's things that you don't know about marriage until you actually get in the marriage.
So true.
You don't know certain things about a person. You don't know certain things about yourself until you get in the marriage.
You don't know how selfish you are. I think that is one of the greatest revelations, babe.
You realize that now?
I mean, I do want what I want when I want it sometimes. Don't we all?
How can you make a selfish statement like that sound sexy? Like,
Yeah. I want what I want when I want it, I'm selfish about you, because you're mine. And I'm yours.
I think that's natural.
But when it comes to meeting the need of the other person, that's where the sacrifice comes in at. Like, if you need something from me, it's selfish of me to not give it to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Especially in any other, like, you could be selfish in sex.
Okay.
We had an event, Marriage Rewired, and we had people that ask those questions like, I feel like my spouse is selfish in this area of sex, but this is something that you don't really realize until later on. Like when we first got married, and when we first, I thought sex was about me. And you start the same thing.
I thought so too. Like, the sex is for you. Like, do I get anything?
And see, I didn't realize this until later on in the relationship that I wasn't doing it the right way.
No, babe, you wasn't. I mean,
I thought I was though.
Something, but there's dimensions and levels.
Okay,
that,
clarify that for me, because I was that right there. It made me feel some kind of way when you said that.
The truth about marriage is also that you have to be willing to hear the truth.
That's it. Ooh.
You have to be willing to hear the truth.
That's it.
Because sometimes I feel, babe, too, our pride is exposed.
Yeah.
I feel like we can be prideful. Sometimes we don't want to hear nothing. We don't want our spouse to call us out.
Yeah.
But as long as we're speaking the truth in love, like when we've had our conversations about sex, I'm like, babe, like, what we did in the 20s. In our 40s, we gotta switch it up a little bit.
Right.
But we have to be pliable and humble.
Right.
Enough to receive the changes.
That's so true. That's so true. And that's something that I think is the reason why we work so good.
Yes.
Because we're in that season now where we both are not resistant.
Come on, babe. Like, surrender.
Like, we surrender.
Whatever you need, babe.
Okay, babe, you said that I'm doing this. I'm going to consider you.
I got you.
Because consideration means that I care about what you said.
Come
I care
on,
about
babe.
how you feel. And so that really, your love isn't love until it's tested.
Yes.
And your love is tested in this marriage. That's the reality. That's the truth about marriage.
Yes.
Your words, you can't just be giving out that lip service.
Until death do us part, and sickness and in health, for better and for worse. Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Say that now, brother. Say that now when your wife is saying that you very prideful. Are you willing to change, or are you going to put up that wall of offense or defense?
Come on, babe.
But marriage requires you to change.
The truth is that marriage requires, and a lot of times we say, "Why are you trying to change me?"
Yeah.
But the truth is that marriage is changing you. It's not your spouse that's changing you. It's the spiritual anointing, I believe, that's on marriage, because it represents Christ in the church.
It does.
So it's truly the Spirit of God within the marriage that is trying to change both of us.
Every institution that God created requires you to change.
Period.
The moment that you say yes to God, you're saying yes to change, because the Bible tells us that our righteousness is as filthy rags. So that says, as a human being, automatically we starting from the bottom.
Yes.
And in order to meet God's standard, you got to come up.
You got to come up.
You got to come up.
Turn away from what you used to do and turn to this new way of living. So the same applies with marriage. Turn away from your single mindset and turn to the mindset of marriage. So the truth is, your mind has to change.
Period. Your mind has to change. There's no way around that. You're always going to have conflict if you are not pliable, if you can't allow God, or I would say this too, if you won't allow your spouse to help you to change.
Ooh, the truth is, we should be making each other better. The truth is, iron is supposed to sharpen iron, right? We should be making each other evolve. We should be helping each other evolve, rather.
That's it.
Not making.
That's it.
Because we can't change our spouse.
Right.
But we should be helping each other get to the next level.
And as long as we know that, then you should begin to live in that relationship and in that marriage that God has ordained you to live in.
Thanks for tuning in to the For Real Conversations podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you never miss when new episodes drop each week. If you're looking for private or group mentorship, head over to our website to check out our products and services. And hey, don't forget to grab your M4R merch while you're there. Until next time, keep it married for real.